Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Artie of Artie's Corporate Fiction. Happy Friday to all of you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm sure y'all are very excited to see the last batch of Chili's body camera footage being showcased on here. I will have to tell you that 14 videos were provided. I think only really 3 have anything of substance, but I think they're really good, and they're fairly lengthy. But before we do that, a couple of news bits. The first being is Rogue Nation was found guilty of his trespass of a correctional facility, I believe, and he was sentenced. Shout out to Frog UK Transparency for getting the sentencing document. According to the document, he was sentenced to 3 years probation. 3 years for one count, 1 year for a second count, to be served concurrently. So basically 3 years probation. He's fined. The total amount of fines and court costs is about $3,200, as well as he's got to pay like $29 a month for each month he's on probation, which came out to about $1,100. In additional probation fees. And then the funniest one, in my opinion, was that a condition of his probation is he's trespassed from the county unless he's there to contact his probation officer or his attorney. So he has been trespassed from the entire county on that one. So anyway, the other thing that we're going to talk about, this one's a little more serious. I want to get this one out of the way, but I think it's important. This video was released just maybe about a couple hours ago. It's from a channel, Midwest. Midwest Safety is the channel, so check them out. I'm gonna post this up here. The title of the video is called "An Officer Has Been Ambushed by Sovereign Citizens in Rural Minnesota." I want to give you guys a fair warning. There is shooting in here, and it's gonna be pretty rough. So I'm getting you guys prepared here. But this was just released. According to the video, the shooting occurred in 2021, and they had just finished their investigation. There are deceased individuals, but they aren't the police. And you don't see anything. They did a good job of redacting the worst information. But again, this is just, I want to be able to showcase this, and then we can move on to Chili's arrest. All right, so.
Jesus Christ! These police officers are about to be ambushed. The incident all started after a driver fled from a traffic stop in rural Minnesota. The suspect fled in his front-wheel drive vehicle until getting stuck in the snowpack. Unknown to the officer, the suspect was armed, but that wouldn't be the only surprise.
Put the vehicle in park and shut it off. Turn off your vehicle. Put it in park. You stay in your vehicle. Don't stop. Put your vehicle in park.
$41, 24, 46, 20. You head out here, I got another vehicle behind me.
Stay in your vehicle, sir.
10-4, coming up here at 26. Adam Woods, Hall, 733, second vehicle. Number.
Sir, you are not complying with my instructions. I need you to shut your vehicle off. Put it in park right now. I'm telling you to stop. Shut it off. Sir, stay in your vehicle. Stay back there and stay out of it. Stay out of it. That's fine. Why didn't you stop when you saw my light?
Yeah, you might as well until the day gets there.
So I can't really hear a whole lot of what the guy is saying, unfortunately. I'm gonna try though.
Get up there and give me a hand.
He said, "You are under arrest."
Body number 124 status.
Shots fired! God, hit! Where'd he go? Shots fired! I need medical!
So those shots were from the driver's brother. Those initial shots were from the driver's brother, who had parked behind the first deputy's vehicle.
Shots fired! I need medical! Where is he?
Those are, again, more shots from the brother. Obviously, we saw the two officers take down the driver.
Where is he, Worm? He's down. Oh my God. Let me see your hands! Worm, I'm shot.
One suspect was declared dead at the scene. Another suspect was transported to an area hospital and prioritized for treatment due to his injuries.
It's my understanding, Jassa, they blurred it, but it looked like it to me. The driver pulled his gun, drew his gun, but he was taken down before he fired a shot.
Deputy Meyer, pictured on the right, had been shot in his vest and also in his back, but waited for the treatment to prioritize the treatment of one of the suspects. The investigation revealed the shooter who ambushed the officers was the brother of the driver. Both brothers, David Savela and Michael Savela, ultimately succumbed to their injuries. Deputy Meyer was later transported to an area hospital where it was determined a bullet was lodged in his back near his spine. Due to the bullet's location, he was airlifted to medical specialists in the Twin Cities. Ultimately, it was determined that surgery to remove the bullet would be too risky, and he lives with the bullet in his back to this day.
I need to break in here with an editor's note because the more you know about this case, the crazier it gets. There was actually a civilian police ride-along a minor, a teenager, who was present for the entire shooting. She was situated in the passenger seat of the SUV. She saw the gunman come up near her window, at which point she hid on the floor to not be discovered.
Yeah. So what the other deputy had a ride along, and during this gunfight,
A statement to investigators. It sounds like it was truly a terrifying ordeal for her. She ended up okay, but I cannot imagine what would have happened in this situation to that deputy or to his ride-along had that city officer not been there as backup. And he arrived just in the nick of time.
The incident originally occurred on February 27, 2021. Under Minnesota law, the video could not be released to the public until the investigation was fully completed, which can take up to a year or longer in some circumstances.
So I wanted to, we always have to, I always want to, I don't like it when these things happen, but incidents like these, have to be shown to remind us again. We laugh, we make fun, we joke. And for the most part, that's ultimately what happens. We also have to remember that these guys are dangerous. You know, they're dangerous for law enforcement. Some of these guys are true believers, and they can and have used lethal force against law enforcement, and even public officials. So this is just a reminder of how dangerous this group can, if they fall that far down the rabbit hole. Mandy, you know what to do right there. Anyway, moving on, we're going to move on to the main event of tonight, which is Chili de Castro. And like I told you guys earlier, we don't have much to go on in the sense of out of the 14 videos that were provided to me, not a whole lot in most of them. In fact, they gave me a second copy of Doolittle's footage. I don't know why. But there are some good ones in here. Let's hold on, let's shut this on here and then here. Maybe try to remember which one's which. Oh, no, not that one. All right, here we go. That one. No. So this is the first one that has that.
Camera's off for 1 second and turn it back on to reactivate for this call that I'm attached to.
There we go.
Okay, that's fine. Face forward. Well, he's talking.
He's already felt me up.
Okay.
You're grabbing
right
me out too?
Stand right there
Mr.
and talk to
Swanson,
him.
let me explain something to you.
You explain.
I
I'm explaining.
see cops all the time.
I don't know.
What charge you climbing with, so I know. I'm already facing it. Stop, dude.
I think this is all right. We get a better one with Sandoval. That one ends fairly early.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, really, Sith? Oh no. We'll get through what he talks about with Sandoval later, so I'm gonna skip through that. We do get Sandoval's body cam footage, and the best ones is Sandoval's footage and the supervisor's footage. Beta male and I'm an alpha male.
You think I'm gonna get away from a linebacker Sorensen over here? How many feet do you think I get? Get the fuck out of here. Sorensen would have me in 2 seconds, dude. Get out of here.
Fight me, bro. I think he's talking about his outstanding case in Ironton.
Henderson, what position did you play? You play linebacker?
Hey, bottle cap.
Is that what you just called me? Henderson. Now you're insulting my name, my God-given name.
No, you're Sandoval.
Was I what?
Still waiting for the card.
I never played sports.
Would work.
You never play football?
No. I read books.
Then you wouldn't be doing this if you'd actually read books.
We get Sandoval stuff, so I'm gonna move here. Yeah. Like I said, all of this is gonna be available to you, but we do get Sandoval's, and so I think that's more pertinent for you guys. Yeah, here's Sandoval's.
And what you're doing to me is your body cam running?
Here we go.
It's all being documented, though. You're telling me I'm on drugs, telling me that you think I'm crazy, that I want to fight you, all this crazy shit you've been saying. Yeah. Telling me that you're going to impound my car and steal my dog. For doing what?
Take custody. You're actually animal control's going to.
For doing what? For filming a cop?
Well, you can't leave your animals unattended inside a vehicle.
I wasn't. I was 10 feet away from my dog.
That's unattended inside of a vehicle. That is against the law.
Stop squeezing my arm.
No, because you continue to move around. You've already told him to make sexual acts upon you. Absolutely not.
What kind of beta male cuck are you, dude? Like, really? Like, this is ridiculous. Can I get 2 seconds of breath on my nerve that you're squeezing?
No.
Please?
No, because I don't want you to fall.
Squeezed, dude. You've been squeezing it for a long time. Please just let go for 2 seconds so I can get some blood to... There. Jesus. Just let the blood go through for 1 second, dude.
I'm not encircling your entire arm, so that is physically
squeezing my nerve on my
impossible.
elbow, dude. There's no reason for you.
I have to say, his lips being looking that white, I mean, they could be that chapped, but damn.
Do this to me.
You're facing me, again,
Dude,
face the vehicle. Whenever you move,
Sorensen,
that
how far
creates
away would I
a
get?
reaction.
How far would I get? We're under the cuffs. 10 feet?
Probably until you fall,
5
which
feet?
is what we're trying to mitigate.
Sorensen, how far would I get before you have me? Come on, dude. Just stop squeezing my nerves. It's
Absolutely.
just so wrong. You're hurting me, man. There's no reason to do that to me.
When you continually turn away from the vehicle after being instructed not to,
Dude, I can't
that's
go
the
anywhere.
reason.
There's 5 cops and 60 guns here, dude.
Clearly, we're not worried about you evading. We are clearly
just
worried
wanna
about
hurt me
you
then.
falling and hitting your head in handcuffs.
I'm not going to go anywhere. You said clearly you're not
Well,
afraid
you
about
don't
me
listen.
evading.
You don't give me no confidence that you're not going to do that.
Mr. Borg, have you done a federal civil rights lawsuit before? You won't. This is wrong what you're doing to me. You're allowing him to torture me. You're sitting there squeezing me. You're going to work your narrative? seconds to get off the nerve. Every few minutes, something nerve gets the blood through, bro. I mean, you couldn't respect this. You could not respect this. If you're any kind of man, you couldn't respect this guy just hurting me. Just sitting here hurting me while I'm in torture.
I wouldn't even have to touch you if you would just listen.
You don't have to touch me. You're just hurting me.
Well, when you don't listen, I do have to touch you.
Full-grown men are not saying, dude, just let go of him. Like, that's what's amazing. You know why
Yes,
people
we
hate
have.
cops? You know why? Because when I get this body cam footage and I show it, all three of you could say to him, let go of him, dude.
No.
You're just torturing him.
And,
but you're not doing it.
And
Well, we have the footage, and I don't know. I'm not really seeing anything that would have me go, oh my God, he's there. He's brutalizing him. Stop. He's just has his hand on him, enforcing compliance because he keeps on fidgeting. He keeps on moving around and won't stand still.
all our policy is public records, and you can see where it says once you are in handcuffs, we must hold on to you so you don't fall and hit your head.
Dingle, Doolittle. I mean,
Did you request animal control?
I mean, isn't it just, you're just an embarrassment to manhood, bro. You're sitting here hurting another man because he's incapacitated. It's so wrong, dude. It's so wrong. Like, there's something wrong with you, bro.
Fight me, bro.
Clearly something wrong with you.
No, please stop.
Commands, that is an issue.
You're hurting my elbow still.
Stop moving.
I'm not going anywhere, dickhead.
No, I'm worried.
Let go
Like
of my elbow.
I've told you multiple times, I'm not worried about you going anywhere. I'm worrying about you hurting
Now you're
yourself.
squeezing myself even. You're squeezing me even
Because
harder.
you continually move away.
Dude, there's two cops over there. There's Swanson over here.
I'm aware of
Stop
that.
torturing me, dude.
I'm not torturing you. I'm holding on to you, which my policy says I must do.
I can't wait till you get fired for this, dude. I may go to jail and my car and my dog and all that stuff. I can't wait till you get fired.
And when you get out of here, you might want to educate yourself on case law precedent. That when we're in a public arena like this
Stop
is,
squeezing,
and
dude.
we tell you
Stop
to go,
squeezing.
now you're pulling away.
You're squeezing me, bro. My shoulder. What are you
Because
doing?
you just yanked away from me.
You're hurting my fucking arm, dude. You're cutting off the
Hey,
blood
ask him
supply.
192.
Stop it,
192?
dude.
Yeah.
Stop it. Okay, dude. Okay, stop, dude. Stop.
We try to be peaceful
What
with
are you doing?
Now you're going to go in the back of the car.
That's my car key, dude.
Okay.
Can I, sorry, she's pulled up.
Okay. Well, he's pulling away from me, so let's get him
I'm
inside
not-
the car.
I'm not
He can
pulling
do his interview in there.
You're squeezing my arm too hard. You're such a beta, dude.
Walk this way, sir.
You're such a beta. Don't hurt me anymore. Stop hurting me.
You keep pulling
You
away
don't
from
need
me.
to do that to me.
Sit inside the vehicle?
I'll sit in the vehicle. Let go of my shoulder.
Absolutely not.
I'm
inside
gonna
the
sit
vehicle.
in.
You're going to rotate. You're going to have a seat now. Sit inside the vehicle.
You're so fucking tough, bro. You're so tough.
Jesus, those are some chap. Okay, he doesn't have any like white stuff on it. Those things are just chapped all hell.
Well, you got me in this torture cuff position.
Put the feet
Goodness.
inside the car. Thank you.
Bro, you're such a fucking bitch, dude. Ow! Why are you putting that on, dude?
Well, so you don't, when we get in an accident, you don't crash and hurt yourself.
I need these. I need my glasses.
Absolutely not. No.
Don't stop.
Lean back, sir.
Why are you taking my... I can't see. I
Well,
can't see,
You're in
dude.
good custody, sir. Just hang tight. See if there's a bag. Is that his stuff? It's that van right there. Turn off camera, no citizen contact.
All right, that's there. Which one's? Oh, yeah, this is a them checking on the dog. And then I believe. All right, this one. All right, this one should be good. This is the supervisor. And he talks directly to Chili.
Hello. How are you?
Mr. Torre, is that your name?
Yes, sir. Yep, Sergeant Torre.
So my name is Jose De Castro. I have a channel called Delete Laws. I'm a constitutional law scholar.
Okay.
And the first thing he does is plug his YouTube channel.
I sue police all over the country if they...
And says that he sues police all over the country. So we're already off to a great start. Basically saying, don't you know who I am? Essentially to the supervisor.
Violate my First Amendment rights. Not only was I violated today, then Sandoval sat and tortured me. It's right on his body camera, squeezed my arm for 20 minutes straight. I kept saying, please stop squeezing, please stop squeezing. He hurt me. So, I don't know what you're gonna do here, but it doesn't seem like you're gonna stop this from happening, so.
Okay. Well, I looked at the body camera. You were clearly obstructing. You were violating the driver's privacy during the car stop. Refused to get away several times after numerous commands to step back. You refused. You didn't even move. And then the officer said you were going to be detained for obstructing, and at that point you resisted.
Hey, Chris.
Call my family to get my dog instead of taking him to the dog jail. He didn't do anything. So let me call
Being taken to dog jail.
my family and my dog so that we can at least lessen the impact here.
Okay. Where's your?
My dog's right there in the
Do you
car.
do you have a phone number?
Yeah, it's right there on my phone. We can open it up. I don't know the phone off the top of my head. That's why
Okay.
I'm asking you to call.
All right. We'll get the phone for you. We'll see if we can make a phone call at least to somebody come get your dog.
And then we see if he goes somewhere. So if you're gonna take me to jail, that's fine. But not my dog. It's in my phone right there.
Okay. What's the name?
Mason or Jordan. Mason.
Jordan. Okay. Hold on 1 second. All right.
Back up, buddy.
Are you good with? So he's just requesting that a family member comes and picks the dog up. Are you guys good with that?
I'm going to go to jail. Sandoval's here. I'm okay with it.
Okay.
If Sandoval's okay with
Let me
it.
just double check with him.
The only thing is he won't have his key.
Key for the car?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Unless I get the dog out now.
Yeah.
I can do it now. Let me see what kind of dog it is.
Okay.
I can just text them. You can watch me.
Do you know where your phone is?
I have 2 phones. It's on the hood of the car.
Oh, it's on the hood still. Okay.
Yeah, I believe yes, Xanowin. I believe that's the person that that's in the other video.
Do you guys happen to know where his phone is?
It's in the back.
That's Dingle. I swear to God, that's Dingle. Dingle's the one with the beanie. I don't know what's going on there. Somebody over at Las Vegas Metro PD needs to figure out if there's a rogue officer there. But that one with the beanie, that's Dingle.
You guys happen to know where
We already saw his face before. This is Dingle.
his phone is?
It's in the back of his office.
Oh, it's in the back? Okay.
Dingle was the second officer on scene.
Yeah, if he's okay with getting his key from his nephew later,
Okay.
then I'll leave the key with Sandoval and we can have the nephew come over.
Okay.
He may have thrown the key and the key's up there on the hood. He threw it in the engine. He threw the key up there.
That might be in the property. So,
Let me text him or I'll just call him. You can watch me do it, dude. I
Here,
got
let-
nothing to hide here. I'm not a criminal, dude. I'm a journalist. I don't have any fucking. I don't break any laws. I don't do anything illegal. Mason and Jordan.
so do you understand what you did wrong,
I'm
though?
going to jail. I'm in the Target parking lot. I need someone to come and grab Charlie. I'm going to Clark County Detention Center. And grab my car from Sergeant Torrey. I won't have my phone in a couple minutes, but someone has to grab Charlie right away. Get me out of jail, let me send you Vicky's number. I mean, you should nip this man before you guys go through the lawsuit. It's a mistake.
Well, do you understand what you did wrong? You're allowed to film. You can't walk up to the driver's side and start filming the driver and then not listen to the police officer, because he can't approach in a safe manner with you right there. He now has to turn his back to you because you're so close to the car, and you weren't listening. You weren't getting back.
I mean, we should work it out here on the side of the road so I don't have to sue you guys. I already have 5 lawsuits going. I don't want to do another one, but I'll do it. You know, it's wrong to arrest me and I mean, I didn't cause any damage. There's no, other than the ego being bruised, you know, and maybe a lesson being learned on both sides.
I don't think anyone's ego is bruised.
Oh my God.
You refuse to listen to the officer. He's trying to do his job on the car stop, and you're getting involved. You put yourself in the middle of that.
But do you think I should be arrested and taken to jail and have to face charges? And like, I mean, it's a little too much, isn't it? Like, well, the guy, obviously I'm in torture cuffs. I'm in pain. The guy tortured me for 20 minutes. Like,
torture cuffs.
It's pretty much a wash at this point. But charging me with crimes and having me go through this whole, and then suing you guys, it's going to cost you guys $100 grand to defend it. And I don't.
$100 grand.
I would rather just. I already have enough lawsuits, but I'll do it if I have to.
Well, when does it end? We gave you plenty of opportunity to get back.
Let's have a meeting with the cops, and I'll come in and talk, and let's have a meeting square up where we talk about what is the distance and what is kosher for us as auditors to do with you guys. You know, what is the arresting point? You know, we can turn it into something good instead of $100 grand and 600 hours of my time, because I have to follow through.
Okay.
You know, and I'd rather just say, look, these guys put me in torture cuffs. We talked it out in the back, and now I'm going to go down and talk with Las Vegas Metro and film it and start to create a better. Because we're not communicating well, our two groups are, you know? Like, I don't like cops, and cops don't like us, and we're just going through this horrible thing where they ran my record. I'm not a criminal.
I don't think you're a bad dude. I'm just saying you
just goes too far.
Didn't listen to the police officer. That's all.
Right, but that doesn't mean I should be charged with crimes and go to jail. And
obstructing. When does it end? It only ends when we take you to jail. If we give you a ticket and you go on your way and you're doing the same thing 2 seconds later.
This should be.
Ooh. All right. So it sounds like the supervisor knows that if he lets Chili off with a citation, then he's just gonna go back out and do this all over again. Because I think he points out that he's already dealt with Chili before. So the supervisor knows.
I'm honest here, you know, I have a huge following,
and this really cringe attempt at extortion / like thinking that he has leverage, like, I don't know, you don't want a lawsuit? I could just drop it right now. We don't have to do this. Or we could just let me go on my way and I won't sue you. Also with this, I also have a YouTube following, 100,000 subs. 70% of it may or may not be fake, you know. Brad, as far as I know, I don't think he's won a lawsuit. He has a lot of open suits, but as far as I know, he has not won any of them.
This should be an opportunity for me to drop my guns and not sue you guys, and for you guys to drop your guns and say, you know, we did have him, we were going to arrest him in the back of the car. Sorry about that. Hang on 1 second, I'm talking to the cop. I got to call you right back.
No, actually, just tell him. Yeah. Excuse me, sir, Mason?
Hello, how you doing?
Hey, Sergeant Torrey, are you going to be able to come here and pick up his dog?
Yeah, my whole family's in the car right now. What's going on?
No, they arrested me for filming. That was too close, he said. I disagreed with him, and he arrested me. So I'm talking to him now about what we're going to do. So
That's too bad.
I know. Bring an extra.
Of course, Driver Dan.
I'll call you back. Hopefully, I'm not in jail. We'll see.
Okay, yeah, Jordan's coming too.
Okay, love you, buddy. See you soon.
All right. Drop what target you guys at?
What target is this?
It's the one on Flamingo and Grand Canyon.
Okay, cool.
Flamingo and Grand Canyon. My car's here. I don't know. All right, I'll let you go. Don't leave me in jail.
I'll be there in less than 20 minutes.
Okay, later. You know, but look, you know, I can't, you know, I have to follow through. If you guys follow through and you guys don't back down, then I can't back down, and then ego versus ego, and we're not getting anywhere. We have to, and I've been begging cops all across the country. I'm sure you've looked at my channel by now. I've been begging cops across the country. Let's have a meeting and
let's have a meeting. Your entire channel is absolutely antagonistic and antithetical with wanting to have any kind of a dialogue. You're literally trying to extort I mean, it may not fall under the legal definition, but the colloquially, you're extorting the officer. Drop the charges or else I'm going to sue you and plaster you on the internet for being a meanie.
And so far, all I've gotten is, no, we're just going to arrest you and treat you bad.
Well, I don't think that's the case. That's not what we're trying to do here.
Well,
You have all kinds of rights to film. Stand over here. Stand out of the way. You can't walk up to the driver in the middle of the car stop, you know?
Right, but like, for example, you know, when I said I'll be detained, I mean, dude, I'm damn near 50 years old. I'm a constitutional law scholar. I'm not going to run off.
Stop calling yourself a constitutional law scholar. You don't know a damn thing about the law. I've called you out on it. We had a 1-to-1. I also see, if Chili, if you're watching this, I have also seen you in my comment section. Hey, dude, if you wanna have another 1-to-1, let's go. I'm here. We can have one because I know I'm gonna win. I'm really done with you thinking that you know anything when it comes to the law, the Fourth Amendment, and Supreme Court cases. You don't know a damn thing. So I'm calling you out. Anyway, moving on.
Like, once you realize I'm no threat, these torture cuffs are a bit much.
Unfortunately, that's policy. Everybody goes in handcuffs.
But maybe
and I know they're uncomfortable.
This is what I'm talking about, though. Maybe the policy should change. Maybe we should have that talk about, can we digitally detain people who we know are middle class, that are not a threat to our actual safety? Can we digitally detain them? You know, we can start to have those talks. But, you know, I would rather unravel this and tell my audience I'm not suing them. They did treat me bad, but I was a bit of a dick, and I would rather we made a good example out of this instead of this process that is across the country is not making anything better. Auditors across the country are being arrested. It's not making it better, and you're not stopping us.
Well,
it's like
I think you just got to go about it a little bit different. Like, what you're doing is fine. You just can't get involved in the middle of the car stop. That's all. So hopefully, lesson learned from here on out. If you want to film, listen to the officer. Say, hey, you can get over here. Get on the sidewalk over here, out of the way. Film all day. My driver has privacy too. I'm sure whoever that was didn't want to be on camera at the time. So,
right, but,
you know,
but there's no boundaries right now listed. Nobody knows what the
Hey, Phil, thank you for the 4.99 super chat.
Actually did something different here. If we actually said, okay, you know what? He wants to arrest you. We're not going to arrest you. You want to sue. You're not going to sue. Why don't we make a public deal about it and we talk about new ways? Because it's time to change. This isn't working, dude. Putting me in torture cuffs doesn't make me like you guys any better. Especially when I won't run and I won't fight you. I will not do that.
And I 100%.
Even though you kept on challenging the cops while you were in cuffs, while we were waiting for the supervisor.
I believe you. I 100% believe that. Unfortunately, we can't trust everybody. I don't think you're a bad dude, but you know, the next guy who's like, oh, I'm a good guy, and the next thing you know, that person's killing one of us. You know,
where we can sit down and bring this cop in here who we've not got along at all, and sit down and talk about some rules to what we can agree upon when we're auditing. Why not do that instead of just arresting me and having me see you guys and nothing progresses? It's just the same bullshit, different day. You know, it's like, I'm more than willing to do it. I won't sue you. And dude, I'm on camera, right?
Yes.
So
yeah.
The thing about my audience, I got 100,000 subscribers. I don't lie. If I tell you I won't, I won't. And this guy's got to sit down with me and we got to talk about what the rules are to filming you guys. Just grabbing me and arresting me because you're pissed off is not a way to treat.
Well, I looked at the body camera. The officer wasn't angry, mad. He was telling you to get back. You're too close, and you just did not want to get back.
Though. It wasn't like.
But we don't know who you are. There's a lot of people that are nice and sign it in front.
Oh. All right, thank you for the $99.99 super chat. I thought it did the birthday one did trigger Thank you, RA, for that. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for your generosity. I am now.
Electric blue in the day.
I know. Yeah,
you
but
know, like,
I know.
Like there has to be some sort of, like he has to get some sort of rationale. But not everybody wants to kill him. I don't want to kill a cop. I don't want to kill anybody. So, but just we're just going to go through the same process I've been through 4 times now. And I just keep suing you guys, and it's just dividing us further and further and further.
Thanks, RA. I appreciate it.
For filming?
Yeah, I'm suing 4 cops around the country, dude. Look at my channel, Delete Laws. I'm not kidding.
What's the name of it?
Delete Laws.
Delete Laws?
I'm a constitutional law scholar, dude.
Okay.
And the point that I'm trying to make...
Bill, thank you for the 20 months.
Don't change this organization.
Hey, it's all good, man.
There's no tolerance. If you don't do it when we say, then we're going to hurt you.
Being a supporter for 20 months is more than enough. I appreciate it.
Letting this go, Sandoval sat and tortured me for 20 minutes. He sat there on camera with me, looking at his camera, saying, "Please stop squeezing."
I just now noticed that, fraud it.
But I would rather let it go and actually have a freaking meeting with you guys, where we sit down and we show the public, First Amendment auditors are here to stay, cops are here to stay. What's going to be our boundaries here? It's just not going to do us any good going this route again.
I hear you.
I mean, you got to get this guy to get off his ego. I got to back off my ego because I'm pissed at Sandoval for torturing me. But it would be better that he doesn't get sued and I don't waste 600 hours.
Well, I don't think anybody tortured you. We have to hold on to you when you're in handcuffs because you're now in our custody.
He's in my elbow nerve.
Thanks, Pat.
Like, I teach MMA. Like, he was hurting me. He was sitting there just hurting me. And I was like, stop, dude. He deserves to be sued.
Did you just say he teaches MMA? Since when? Is that a thing that he says in his channel? That he teaches MMA?
I would rather you guys actually were like, you know what? Let's actually have a public meeting about First Amendment auditors. The last time I audited you guys 2 weeks ago, the guy said we have a First Amendment auditor on the scene. So then you guys are so aware of us. Just arresting us isn't a way to.
Oh, he says. Oh, okay.
We do not want to arrest you. That's
look. I'm in torture cuffs in the back.
Yeah, but unfortunately, based on your actions, you're the one who took it to that degree.
By filming someone and saying
no, not the filming part.
He used to do MMA.
The filming part is
all right.
Fine. Being up close to the car
hey,
stop,
Goober.
not listening to the officer's commands is where we're having the issue, and then resisting after. So
well, we should have that talk, but we can't have.
Well,
it like
I'm explaining it to you now, and I know you're upset because it's. I'm gonna put the phones back in your property in the back, okay? Let me find out.
It's a square. If you threw it up there, like you threw it in the inch there.
Okay.
My nephew's coming.
Okay. Can you pop the trunk?
True.
Pop the trunk real quick.
All right, so property's back in.
Judy, thank you for becoming a member.
Where are the keys? He thinks that they're on the...
Selden, thank you for becoming a member.
Do you want to... So does he have the dog?
If I keep him here, it's probably going to escalate.
Yeah.
Once these people get here, you know?
I know. Yeah, I agree.
Come with Sandoval, 'cause he said he wants
I'll hang out, too, for a little while.
I wanted to get him out of here. Just to keep the calm.
Yeah. How are we going to get the keys back down to jail? Or are we going to throw the keys in...
Yeah, I'm just thinking about that. I mean, unless we're able to put the dog in your car. Yeah. I can do that. Put the dog in my car, and then these family members coming?
Yeah, he said, talked to him on the phone, so they said they're on their way.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't have an ETA, but...
Okay. Cancel animal control. Confirm that's okay with him, that I grab it.
Yeah, he said it was okay. I got it on camera.
Did you say how long?
Go ahead.
I could always just park around the corner or something out of sight.
Yeah.
And that way he can just give the keys right after.
Go ahead. Every day.
Hey, Sandy.
Copy.
Calling back right now, 15:20.
Do you have any idea when Mason will be here?
You can call him back right now, 15-20 minutes. He's driving right now.
Okay.
You got that car key?
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna, if you're good with it, take the dog out of your car, put it in our car, lock your car up. Keys will go with you to.
My car keys? Just give me my nephew.
Yeah, we don't do that. normally. So.
Hey, forgive it, Jerry. Thank you for becoming thank you for your 7-month membership.
He's good with it.
Hey, RA, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. I appreciate it, man.
Turn it off, secure it. I'll take the key and then we'll go.
Yep.
All right. I'll hang out with him then.
Okay.
Remember, if you gotta,
Sounds good.
if you want to become, if you want to opt into membership gifts, you gotta hit that, hit the button up at the top of the chat.
Yep. Yep.
It'll say allow gifts.
Right. That's where we have your friend coming to pick him up.
You're gonna get my dog with this guy?
I'm gonna be here as well.
All new members are allowed to emote spam. I mean, it's part of the perks.
We're trying to work with you. We don't. Policy is that we dogs unattended in a vehicle. We can give the dog to animal. Okay? I don't want the dog to go to animal control because I care about animals. Okay? And I know what happens if you don't go down there. It's not chip in the backseat or anything like that. You're going to keep it down there until something is figured out. Okay? What's your office name?
Alpha, you're allowed to emote spam just this once.
Go ahead. I think they already called him. What's the phone number?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's in the phone. I don't know the rest of it.
We already called him though, right? You told him exactly where we're at? I'll wait. I mean, if need be, I'll call Bork and then we can figure it out if he doesn't come down here. How far away is he from here?
20 minutes.
Oh, so yeah, that's reasonable. Okay.
I mean, Tori, what?
So, here's the deal. Obviously, we're going to get your dog to your nephew. Keys and all your property will go with you.
I mean, how do you think it's right to
Continue to do the same thing that you were doing. We're going to get you out of the area, and you'll get down. You'll get booked real quick, and you'll be released within probably, I would imagine, a very short time period.
Why don't you just give me a ticket?
Because that, I don't think, fixes the problem, unfortunately. We already displayed that you are not going to listen to commands, so we give you a ticket, and then you continue to do what you're doing. Well, I don't think we're using force.
This is forced.
Yeah, but we're not trying to harm you, hurt you, or do anything like that. So. All right. I know you don't agree with it.
I can't argue.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, now that you talked to me for 5 seconds, you figured out I'm.
Yeah. I don't think you're a bad person. I don't think you're out to hurt anybody. I don't think you're out to hurt the police.
I literally was just here to film.
I think you just need to change your tactic a little bit. Keep distance. When the officer tells you, hey, you got to get back, just listen to him and get back. That's all that is. So, all right.
Jeremy, Jeremy, thank you for the $10 super chat, $9.99. Missed the birthday scene, but glad to see you laugh at Chili's expense per usual. Happy belated birthday. Thanks, Jeremy.
You guys can do a class 2.
All right, we only got a couple of videos left. Was that the one we just? Oh no.
How you doing?
Hey, thank you all of you who are here watching. If you're here, please hit that like button. Really helps the channel and helps the algorithm. Always appreciated.
How are we going to get the keys back out of jail, or are you going to throw the keys in?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I mean, unless you're able to put the dog in your car. Yeah. I could do that. Put the dog in my car and then just... These family members coming? Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it was the Northwest.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm going to do is, just to keep it de-escalated here, I'll drive around back, work on my report over there.
Okay.
And then when you're done, you can just hand over the key, and then I'll get in route.
Okay. I'll see. I'll ask him how friendly the dog is, and then maybe I can just grab him, put him in my car, and then lock the car.
If that works for you, I'll do that too. Whatever's good with you.
Okay. Does your dog bite?
No, he barks.
Okay.
He likes to growl.
Okay, so our Sarge, he's okay as long as you're okay with me grabbing the dog, waiting for your cousin or uncle.
My nephew.
I give the dog to him, or we can still have animal control en route, which they still are. So it's up to you.
Where's that sergeant at? Can I talk to him again?
He's right here. What do you want done?
Sergeant, can I have a second? Yeah. So, look, I don't want my dog going to a dog jail.
Right. That's why we have your friend coming to pick him
My
up.
nephew. But you're going to give my dog to this guy who hurt me?
I'm gonna be here as well. Your dog's not in any danger, so. We're trying to work with you. We don't. Policy is that the dog's unattended in a vehicle. We could give the dog to animal control. Okay.
They are actually doing him a favor
because I care about animals. Okay. And I know what happens.
Dude.
You don't go down there and it's not chipped or
He's
vaccinated.
gonna look at this with the wine in his face.
Keep it down there.
I'm gonna leave this. Keep this going
until you figure it out. Okay.
You're going to take care of my dog?
Yeah, I'll give you. What's your uncle's name or cousin?
Mason. My dog's name is Charlie.
Okay. Does he know exactly where we're at?
You need his phone number?
I think they already called him.
Can I see that phone real quick one more time?
What's the phone number?
Yeah, that's fine. 702. It's in the phone. I don't know the rest of it.
We already called him though, right?
Yeah.
And you told him exactly where we're at? Okay, all right. Then I'll wait. I mean, if need be, I'll call Bork and then we can figure it out if he doesn't come down here. How far away is he from here?
It's 20 minutes.
Okay, so yeah, that's reasonable. Okay.
I mean, Tori, what
Listen to dog.
Hey, puppy!
Aww.
Hey, puppy, what is it?
Somebody needs to get this dog out of Chili's hands.
What is it?
What?
Puppy? Come here. Come here, puppy. What is it? Why are you barking? Come here, puppy.
All right. Next. Nope. This one. I think this has one of the family members, and I think the last one also has the nephew.
Aggressive Toto.
Toto.
Doesn't like me.
Oh, this is the same thing. I think this one has the nephew in here. Oh wow, he actually does kind of look like Charlie. Like if you, yeah, a little bit.
And then as long as he's okay with you taking the car and the dog, we'll be good, okay?
So I just have a couple questions.
Yeah.
Just because, I know a lot about how this stuff goes, and he knows quite a bit about it. This is all
Chili. I'm sorry, Chili.
Yeah.
This is it. And so I can see, like, he was walking up here, and that was the situation,
An officer was doing a stop, and then
Right here is what you're saying?
yeah, and then he came up, started recording, tried to make conversation with the driver. He wouldn't go away, and basically, our wherever we conduct our investigation is our area. So as long as there's not 30 people and we're only telling one person to go away, we tell that person, hey, go away over there, and they don't listen. That's when they commit a crime.
Right, and I understand that, but as I'm looking at this parking lot, there's at least like 5 or 6 cars just in that, and cars are driving through.
Yeah, we weren't there. He was right there.
Yeah, but you know, even though, you know, if cars are driving through the parking lot up and down, how are they not impeding a traffic stop, but someone was recording and talking?
Because they weren't exiting.
Dude, oh my god, dude, they weren't involved at the time. Man, dude, just take the dog and go. You're not asking really informative questions. Come on, man.
Their vehicle and making conversation and interrupting them.
But
so once
speaking isn't against the law, correct?
That is correct. But once you start encroaching on an officer's stop and he tells you to go away, then that's hindering his investigation because
so you're saying he got too close, is what you're saying?
Yeah, and there's no NRS. I think there's something in California where there's a distance. Yeah, here in Nevada that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So basically, if there's a person right there and you know they're concealing their hands or doing whatever, and the officer says, "Hey, go to that stop sign." Second they stay there and don't move, that's
but it has to be within reason, right? Because at that stop sign, there's more cars parked. You know what I mean? There's cars parked around closer to that stop sign. So if someone needed to come out.
Hey, Dave, thank you for the $5. This guy is Chilean training. He needs to get it right before he goes bad like his uncle. Probably.
If they said nothing, that's almost just as impeding as someone walking around filming.
Yeah, but
because it is a First Amendment. What is he charged with?
Obstruction. So once I say you come over and so if someone's driving by and I don't give them due notice, I can't charge them with obstruction. Yeah. If you come here and I be like, hey man, go over that tree, and you don't listen, then that's obstruction because I gave you due notice. And if you look up obstruction, it's hindering my investigation after due notice. Once an officer tells you, hey, go over there for whatever reason, and you don't listen, then that's obstruction.
But it also has to be within reason, correct?
Yeah, so if there's 3 people...
So if they're 10 or 15 feet away, you know what I mean, recording and speaking, how is it, you know, obstruction if they're not specifically keeping the stop, interacting and physically touching them?
Well, the way the higher courts have deemed is wherever the officer deems necessary. So if there's 3 people, and I tell one person, hey, go over there, and the rest of them stay, that's not reasonable. If I tell all 3 of you, hey, go to that tree, and none of you go over there, then that's obstruction.
That's what I would argue as well, you know what I'm saying? There is 10, 15 cars in the parking lot. I mean, you know, I'll pick up the dog. I wish he wasn't getting arrested because now I got to, you know, spend time on my day.
Well, it's the totality of everything. You know, he's telling us all to suck his dick. He's telling us a bunch of stuff. He's being disrespectful. He resisted arrest. So it's not just one little thing, you know. If you come over and you're drunk and I'm like, hey, man, go over there. And like, hey, man, just go away, you know, and you understand. But if you stand your ground and now we can't finish our stop, it turns into something else. So is it the crime of the century? No, but you know, he needs to realize that you can't do that when we're on stop. Because now traffic stops are inherently dangerous. You can Google shootings involving vehicle stops. Now, if I have to worry about you and I have to worry about the people in the car, now that's an issue. So let me go make sure he's cool with you taking the car. What was your name again?
Mason.
Okay, Mason. The vehicle, he asked about taking the vehicle. Is he good to take the vehicle or just the dog?
Selden, GA Dogs, $4.99. Thank you. How can we beg LVPD to not even settle for $1? We never hear the end of his bragging. True. The reality is, for most of these guys, they'll treat settlements as victories. But that's the way it is, unfortunately. It's the vast majority of the time, most departments and cities will just like give them something like some go away money. And that's the unfortunate reality. It's what auditors love to have. It was what Chile would absolutely love to have, and they would absolutely use it as a total victory.
Is it registered? Is it registered to him? I don't think so. Jose, I think is the. I need to check the registration first. Okay. I didn't run it. I know it's in CAD. The register on it. I'm going to do class 2 citations. Okay, what was his name? Let me just give him the key back. back once they have the dog. He'll get out. He can come pick it up later.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right.
Is the dog out?
It's in the car, so the cousin or whatever's going to take it right now. So he's going to go down to jail and get released pretty much right away. So he wants to have a means so he can just over here.
Released right away.
Yeah. So it's nothing. He's not going to be down there forever. But
I mean, why then, bro? I mean, just like why? You know what I mean? I understand what he does is he's a First Amendment auditor. You know what I'm saying? And so what he does maybe to the next level. You know what I'm saying? But this man is obsessed with this kind of stuff. You know, there's going to be a lawsuit, and like this is just, in my opinion, if the ticket's already written up and there's nothing you can do about it, it's already done. You know, I'm not sure, but it's like this is if he's gonna get released right, there's almost no point in this, just creating problems.
Is he real? This dude is really trying to negotiate the officer out of the arrest. Still, really, dude, it's done. Forget it. It's over. Oh, this is asinine.
For him and for you guys, for absolutely no reason, he's just trying to literally just have rights and just film and speak. You know what I'm saying? That's
so there's other stipulations why we can't just cite him. He's having trouble identifying him, but he's going to go down there, get fingerprinted, get his citation, and he's most likely going to be released.
Does he refuse ID at this point?
He gave us an information, but it's called a Class 2 citation. So basically, you go down to jail, you get printed, you get a copy of your citation, you have a court date to go to. But that's what the officer has decided to do.
Okay. And
So,
who's the arresting officer?
Officer Morgan. So he's okay with you taking the dog. Okay. He's going to get his key back, and then he'll come back and get his car.
Can I talk to him real quick, or is he
let me see if it's okay with the officer.
Yeah.
Is it okay if he talks to him, or if not? It's up to you. Okay. Start making this. No. Mason.
I mean, true, Deacon. I mean, the supervisor doesn't even have any obligation to tell him the circumstances of the arrest. To be perfectly honest, he's under no obligation to do that, but he's volunteering it for whatever reason.
You want to go around that side? He's going to roll down the window, then you can talk to him. Right here? Yeah. As soon as you get the dog, I'll just lock it and give him the key. Okay. Oh, you already got it? Okay, thank you.
Is this the last one? Oh, let me double check. Yeah, this is the last video. That's a good question. I believe Danny, and I agree with Danny that I'm fairly certain that the supervisor mentioned before that he's been aware of Chili, and I also agree with Danny that the arresting officer probably knew who Chili was before this, and so that's one of the reasons why they're not bothering to cite him and releasing him, and they're taking him in, as we talked about earlier.
Oh, fuck.
He did say that. I could have sworn he did, but yeah, he did.
All right, it's all locked. All right, thank you.
Is that it? Yep. And that's it. Like I said, there's plenty of other body cam footage here, but the reality is that this one, I believe, is actually a copy of I believe this is Doolittle's footage that we had before. Yeah, this is Doolittle's footage. A lot of the other ones are short videos. We already saw this is just him there arriving at the scene. But like I said, I have the Google Drive link is in the description for you guys to take and look and see for yourself. So that's it. I'm kind of glad I'm done talking about him. Unless he wants to actually come up and actually have a discussion and actually have a debate. And that'll be the end of it. For now, that's going to be it. I'm going to switch to... Wait. Bama Mike says Florida's most famous soft sit goes to jail again. Wait, David Hall? The David Hall? Oh, no. Uh-oh. Is that a...
David Hall.
Mr. Hall has declined the services of the public defender, Your Honor.
Mr. Hall, DUI, expired driver's license.
Good morning, Judge. Judge, I need to say how I'm appearing today, sir. Sir, today I'm appearing as the agent and settler for David Hall.
I'm referring to the David Hall, who's the settler, the agent, the individual, and the person.
I'm not the person, sir.
Okay, when
I am
you
not
see the person,
person,
David Hall, tell him he's not leaving jail either, all right?
How you doing? What's your name?
I'm David, how are you?
David Hall? What's your last name?
Sure.
Sure you have ID because you look just like the guy this is registered to. Are you gonna lie to me?
I'm not.
You don't have a license. Right?
I'd rather not say anything that's going to incriminate myself, sir.
Well, let me see some ID.
No way.
Why don't you have ID? Is this your vehicle?
No way.
Sir, I'm not going to answer any more questions. Have I committed a crime or...
Yeah, but you don't have a license. I ran the tag. It's you. I look at your picture.
Sir?
It's you. You don't have a license. It isn't the end of the world. It doesn't mean you're going to jail. I'm just trying to find... Listen, if you don't have a license, you don't have a license. It's not the end of the world, right?
This is... Oh, my God. Okay, everybody. Go to Bama Mike. That's the channel name. Shout out to Bama Mike. This is him. Please. Oh my God, how did he get this?
Am I right or am I wrong?
Sir, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just not going to answer any more questions. Just because it could incriminate. It's just my right.
You're telling me you don't have to produce any identification.
I'm not saying that at all, sir.
Because if you're not
telling
me
I don't have one.
Then what's your name? Tell me your name.
I just did, sir.
David what?
I've already stated that, sir.
I didn't hear what you said.
But I'm not going to state it again, sir. With all due respect, have I broken the law or caused
harm to anyone? If you don't have a license, you have broken the law.
Is there a claim against me, sir? Has somebody filed a claim?
How does that have to do with anything?
Because I just want to know that have I caused any harm, and if I haven't, then why don't we just not trying to give you a hard time, sir. I don't have any identification on me.
Show me out with the 13 vehicle behind 941 Northeast 62nd Street.
May I be on my way, sir? I'm going to just...
No, you cannot be on your way. Listen, I'm going to put you in restraints because I don't like the way you're acting. Don't act anything silly.
Not, sir.
You understand me, sir?
Absolutely not.
Put your hand behind your back.
I'm not resisting at all.
I didn't say you were, but you're not telling me anything I need to know. Is this your vehicle?
I'm on it right now, sir.
Is this your vehicle? You could be in that truck. Is that your truck?
I know, but you're asking me a question, and I'm saying I possess this vehicle.
Do you have any identification on you?
Can't go in my pockets, sir.
Well, you're probably going to be placed under arrest.
Can't go in my pockets.
I can if you've been placed under arrest.
I'm just saying right now.
Because you don't.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the settler, the agent, and the individual are all being handcuffed.
Don't have a license.
I'm not saying I do or don't, sir. I'm just saying I don't have any identification. With all due respect.
Okay, well, with all due respect, when somebody else shows up here to keep an eye on you, I'm going to figure all this out.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Oh, you're doing your job.
That's exactly right. And you're hindering me by doing my job.
It's not my intent.
Because you don't want to tell me anything. So effectively, you're resisting me. You're resisting the perfectly illegal.
This is, I believe, this is after the infamous court appearance.
Questions that I'm allowed to ask anyone that drives down the street.
Forgive me, sir. I'm not. That's not my intent.
So clearly, he didn't learn his lesson after going viral.
Well, it is your intent.
Please don't tell me what my intent is. I'm being. It's not my intent.
I'm on the north side of the plaza. I guess it's probably Northeast 62nd Street. White man. Vehicle is 67 X-ray Charlie Mike.
I'm just traveling today, sir. Traveling.
The body cam indicates this was in 2018, April 17, 2018.
That's fine. We're all traveling.
I understand. But I'm not.
Do you have any warrants?
Navy girl, think of the $5.
I think you do.
Sir.
I think you have a warrant.
Navy girl, that debate is not on my channel. It was debate. It was like he and I had a back and forth for like 10 to 15 minutes. It's on Team Skeptic's channel. I apologize. I don't know which one it is, but it was from like a year or two ago, maybe 2 years ago. I can't recall, unfortunately.
I think I'm not going to answer any more questions.
You don't have to.
Thank you.
You don't have to answer any questions.
I will remain silent.
Because if you have a warrant, you're going to be placed under arrest. Am I correct or am I not correct? You don't have to answer anything. You don't want.
I don't know.
Then
sir.
just sit here and don't say anything because I'm going to figure it all out here briefly. Once another officer arrives, so I don't have to worry about you absconding from this traffic stop, which, in all intents and purposes, I think you would do.
That's your.
Maybe.
That's why you're in restraints.
I
under arrest because you're resisting anyway.
How could I flee from you? I'm standing here like on a scooter.
You're not standing, you're sitting.
Right, how could I flee?
I don't know, it's happened to me before.
Okay.
I've been doing this job for over 20 years,
I'm not going to argue with you, sir. I know that you know how to do your job, and it's not for me to argue with that. I know you're doing your job, and I respect that.
I saw you over at the gas station, drove on a public roadway, and now you're here. And what? And you're not even legally parked. You stopped right here in the middle of a parking area.
I was turning around, sir. It was just about. I don't want to argue with you,
You
sir.
don't have to argue with me. Once somebody, listen, just do me a favor, don't say anything, okay?
Then I'll just be silent, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect. I like that idea.
Thank you.
I was about to fast forward myself.
I didn't think you were going to say anything. I thought you were going to be quiet.
I was just going to speak, sir.
You told me you weren't going to say anything. Now you want to speak to me?
No, I said thank you for making the offer for me not to speak. I appreciate it. Thank you. But I will speak now. If there is any claim, well, can you present it so I can?
I'm going to present it once I've explained it to you twice. Once another officer arrives, and I don't have to worry about any chance of you trying to flee from this legal traffic stop where you did not. I don't have your word, sir.
I just gave it.
You won't even tell me your name.
I did give you my name.
What is it?
I gave you my first name, and that's what I
Okay,
go
that's
by.
all. That's all. That's the only name you were born with a first name.
That's all my mother named to me, sir. With all due respect.
Well, we're gonna find out, sir.
Is Madonna or Pink or Prince?
My name is private property, sir.
What the hell is that? My name is private property? What the? All right, that's a new one.
Everything associated with the name that
I gotta talk on the radio, okay?
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, I'm gonna stand in the shade.
No, you're gonna sit there until somebody else arrives. If I have to stand in the sun, unfortunately you do too. I'm probably a little warmer than you. You see everything I'm wearing?
I meant no disrespect, sir.
Okay, well, you're just going to have to wait for a few minutes, okay? You're going to remain on this vehicle until the other officer arrives.
It's a vessel, sir, and if that's what you wish, I mean, you're the guy with the...
A lot of subsets do that, Richard.
I'm forced to do what you tell me to do, aren't I?
As of right now, you are. You're being detained during the course of this investigation. You don't want to tell me your name?
What am I being investigated for?
Because you don't...
In case you didn't know, you can't copyright your name. No, you can copyright your name that's like stylized as a logo, right? So like so like for example, like Trump, Trump, in the font and the color, all of that combined, you can copyright that for sure. But it's exactly in that sort of style, right? But you can't. Donald Trump cannot copyright his actual birth name. Even if you could, the owners of the copyright would be your parents, not you, because it was your parents who named you in the first place.
I don't have a license, and I think you have a warrant. And you won't tell me your name. The good thing is we have computers that tell us who people are. We watch this guy. His name's...
That's right. You know what? I'm thinking of a trademark, not copyright.
Private somebody or something. Put that 297.
Sir, I'm in cuffs. I'm going to stand right there in the shade if that's okay with you.
Thank you. Two fall for shorts. Thank you. That's exactly it.
I mean...
I'm not sure what happened. I'm just here, just standing by, okay?
His name is David Hall. David Hall does not have a license. No, it's suspension.
You want the helmet off your head? Do you want that off?
No, that's
fine.
You're going to take it off here in a second.
Okay.
May I make a call and tell somebody I'm being detained?
No, not right now, sir.
May I make a call to tell somebody I'm being detained? That sounds to me like he wants to call his guru.
He's a sovereign citizen.
I've never said such a thing. I really don't understand what he's talking.
You don't have to say it, man. If it walks like a duck, talks like a duck.
Which makes perfect sense to me.
So that's...
Oh, yep.
I'm not sure what's going on here.
This is Mr. Hall. Mr. Hall doesn't have a license.
Mr. Hall's 99.
His name was, I don't know what. But he has a warrant, I believe, which I haven't confirmed. But under the notes, it says he's a sovereign citizen. Just so you know.
Fantastic. I have no room to transport.
Oh, well, we'll figure that out.
Alright. I have like 9 million cases of freaking ammo in the backseat.
Who might I speak to? Are you in charge, sir?
As of now, I guess.
I'm just asking respectfully.
You can speak to me, man. What's up?
Thank you. May you call Mary Cinco at Broward Treasury, and she could help with this.
How could she help with this?
She's my trustee.
You good?
Huh?
You good there?
Good, brother.
All right, thank you.
She's your trustee?
Yes, sir.
What does that mean?
She just holds certain securities. Well, we can deal with that. What you wish for. Is there I just don't understand why I'm being detained. I haven't caused any harm. And nobody's made a claim against me. I'm not sure if you guys are making a claim. And I'm saying if there isn't any, then shouldn't I just be on my way?
You may have some warrants, sir. So if there's warrants for your arrest, then that would be the issue.
Warrant for arrest for who?
Well, this gentleman will explain it to you.
David Hall, as of right now, you have 3 warrants for your arrest.
Warrants for who? David Hall, you have 3 warrants for your arrest. I love the cut from there.
Stand up. We're going to confirm them. Stand up.
I haven't given you a name.
Yeah, well.
You can't go in my pocket, please. I don't consent.
I don't care. You don't have to.
For the record.
You don't have to consent at all. You're going to sit over here in the shade.
I have not given you my name.
I know, but you know what? We have photographs. Sit.
Okay, sir, but those... I haven't given
That's
you
not
my
you?
name.
Okay, well, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know when you were born and when you were arrested and what you've done, and that you are a sovereign citizen. And it doesn't mean that you're above the law.
I never said any of those...
I appreciate these cops just calling them out. I appreciate it. More cops need to do this.
Yeah, that's fine, Mr. Hall.
Asked for a name, I gave you a name, and now you're making presumptions, sir. That's all. Why am I being detained?
He already explained to you.
I know, but it doesn't. I don't understand that. There aren't any charges.
Stand under.
Show this to this deputy and ask if he thinks you are one and the same.
Why is that being redacted? The county treasurer is his trustee. Nice.
Is that David Hall?
I would say that's David Hall.
That looks just like you, sir. And it looks like you here. And it looks like you here.
Oh, it's probably they're showing him the photographs they have. It's probably I guess the photographs are not subject to disclosure. It's kind of odd, but I think it's the photographs.
Here.
Yeah, that's right. It could be the tablet.
You have been arrested in the Broward County system, dating back to when you were age 35.
Sir?
That's you, sir. You don't have to look, but that's you. The vehicle is registered to you. Sir? That's how it shows that you don't have a license, Mr. Hall.
Is David. I don't know who you're talking about, Mr. Hall. Okay?
What's your last name, then?
My name
Try to dispel...
David.
David? David what?
I won't answer.
Is it because you're a sovereign citizen? You don't think the rules of law apply to you? Is that what you're trying to tell me? That the rules don't apply to this gentleman or myself? Or in fact you? Is that what you're trying to say?
I never said that. You said that, sir.
Okay. I'm going to confirm these warrants.
Why are you driving around with no license, man? It's no good.
I'm traveling privately, sir. I've given notice to the public. It's on public record. If you guys haven't, you're public agents. There is a public record that has been agreed to by all, and I will rely on the record.
See, that kind of thinking is going to keep getting you arrested, man.
With all due respect, sir, I'm just, you guys are going by certain records, correct? And I am going by certain records also. That's all. I know that you're doing your job and you're doing your best. So am I. To just live life unfettered and not bother or harm anybody, that is my intent. I haven't harmed anybody here today, sir.
You live around here?
I live in Florida, sir.
In Florida?
We just say it's on the land, you know. It's corporate and there's a...
On the land, corporate. Oh, here we go. We're gonna get knowledge, guys. Get ready. We're gonna get knowledge.
There's a private, so...
How long have you lived in Florida?
If you don't mind, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
If that's
That's fine. I was just making small talk.
Sure, I know, I appreciate it.
Oh.
I'm just trying to do my best to peacefully navigate this through this best I can.
That's fine.
I'm gonna say I'm not a fan of this ginger apple cider. Ugh.
Hey, you know.
They'll allow me to. I'm the owner of Cheers. I'm the owner of
All right.
I know
We'll
Dave.
touch base with you then.
So,
You know him?
If he, yes.
Let me talk to you a second.
Sean, don't say my name. Get go.
What's his last name? Hall?
So, hey, he's
He ratted him out.
a musician in town.
Is he a sovereign citizen?
I have no idea about that. He's a good guy. Whether he's crazy or not, he's a good guy.
But you don't know his last name.
I don't. He's not a drunk or anything.
That's his scooter?
So, I'd assume so. He's a regular around the town. He's always lived here and everything like that. He's actually a good guy.
Well, he doesn't want to tell me his last name. He doesn't want to tell me
He
this.
believes in UFOs and aliens and all that.
UFOs and aliens?
Of course he is.
Well, I ain't saying he isn't, but you can't, yeah, when you've got numerous warrants and you don't want to tell me your name.
I have no idea about that. So.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
That guy's gonna probably go threaten that man.
Oh, well, thankfully we all have body cameras, sir. Yes.
Is this officer in charge? Is he the man in charge of this particular?
Pretty much.
May I speak to you?
You can speak to me.
May I stand up? I'm going to stand up, okay?
Well, you're going to have to because these guys are going to search your person because you're
I'll
being
be out.
placed
1,
under arrest.
2, 3. Thank you.
You're being placed under arrest for 3 different warrants. Pretty much all have to do with driving. This gentleman in here said he would take your property if you wanted to go with him. If not, your property is going to go with you to the Broward County Jail. You understand me, Mr. Hall?
Yes, well, sir, if you're addressing me as Mr. Hall, my name is David, if you would be so kind.
Okay, well, it's David Hall, and I'm going to call you by your given name. David Hall. Mr. Hall.
My given name is David, thank you.
Oh, and this isn't you who gets items from the government?
Sir, can you call the Sheriff Israel, please?
Of course he's got a WIC card. He's got a WIC debit card. I'm 99.99% sure that's what that was.
Okay, well, you can call him.
Yeah, that was an EBT.
To the jail because I don't have his personal number.
He has my documentation, and I was told to ask you to call Sheriff Israel or Mary Cinco at Broward Treasury.
Missy, do you have a, come on. Let me take that off over there.
Yeah. All right, let's work.
Mr. Hall, do you want?
They allow.
Yes.
You want? Hey, listen. I want you on camera because everything we've done and said, you see this, is on camera. All 3 of us have them. Mr. Hall, do you want this gentleman, who I'll get his identification, to take custody of your property and your scooter?
He may take custody.
What? Insane Lane. EBT is food stamps. Yeah, it's welfare. It's used for food purchases.
Of that scooter.
What about this bag of snacks?
That bag he may.
I know. I said WIC. I know. My brain associates WIC with general welfare. I'm sorry. WIC stands for Women, Infants, and Children, but my brain just automatically thinks food stamps. Okay, sorry, but an EBT card is basically food stamps in the form of a debit card.
So,
anything else? What about your currency?
Answer the phone if you would, if it calls. Yes or no.
You want to take this with you?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm also going to let you take your government assistance card. Okay?
It's just a card, sir. I'm not saying it's
well,
mine.
apparently, you have it. It says David Hall. You match the picture of every David Hall that's been arrested in this county.
Also. Oh, okay. I didn't realize EBT was also.
Unfortunately, sir, that's you.
I'm just saying,
You're making a presumption that that's
Let's see this. Make sure we have it on
I
camera.
haven't given you the name, and the name that I go by is private property. I haven't given you any...
Private property?
Yes,
so
sir,
if I look you up,
copyrighted
private property has a name in the great state of Florida and has a driver's license?
If you were to look up that name on Broward County Records Registry, you would see...
Has anybody done that to verify anyone's identity before?
You don't
Is that
check
like
the record?
proper? I did check a record. I checked your driving.
You check your driving record. You don't need to check the treasurer's office in the county.
Status. And you don't have a driver's license.
That's the clerk's record, sir.
Okay, well.
The Broward County Registry has the records on
I don't
public
know.
record.
We don't use that. That's not one of our databases
But
that we use.
But your boss has been informed.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain the cops don't check the freaking county.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to tell my boss everything you've said, okay? Just so he's aware.
With all due respect, thank you. Can you tell me what's about the time you're about to go to downtown jail? What are you open books for the warrants that you have?
This car here.
Do I have a hearing or something like that?
Yeah, you'll see a judge. You want to buckle him in? Here, I'll go to the other side.
Do I need this?
The seatbelt?
Yeah, it's protocol. I'll be so restrained, I feel. It's for your safety. Alright. Yeah. I'll be there. Alright.
What's up, bro, 13? Show me 51, 10, 19. I'm gonna have a white male 10, 15 for 12 young to the Yankee unit. I'm sorry? We're going to a station that's our station that's right here down the street, so we can print out the paperwork. Cause like I told you, we've been having he was having problems with the computer. So we're gonna get the paperwork, and then we're gonna go straight down to the downtown Fort Lauderdale main jail.
Do you have any idea of the time frame when I can talk to a judge?
I wouldn't be able to tell you that. I know as far as getting you into booking. Once you're past booking, you're gonna have to ask the corrections officers. They're the ones that know more about that stuff. I don't know, I wasn't there. I'm doing the transport. I don't know what the original stop was for, sir. Once you get down to the main jail and they book you, they'll give you your phone call. No, we're just gonna wait for him to hand us the paperwork. He just needs to print it out.
I don't feel great right now, and I'm not trying to bullshit you. Maybe it's just being arrested or whatnot, but I just feel a little weak and maybe dehydrated or something. Do you know what different formats of the name, the commercial nature of what's even transpiring right here, like these charges? Yeah, I mean, so you don't seem like you are familiar with it. And I was just wondering what a deputy, on the street knows about this.
Warrants for your arrest.
And this is why I'm asking if you were aware of the different formats of the name and what a warrant is. That's why I said, is the charging instrument available?
Oh my God, he's going into the if you can't hear it, he's going into the intricacies of the charging instrument. Do you know the difference between the two names? I assume he's meaning the all caps and the non all caps.
A warrant is a document signed by a judge ordering the sheriff's office or any law enforcement to come in contact with this person to take them before the judge.
It's an order, sir, yes. Okay. Which an order, if you were to place an order, say at Home Depot,
We're not talking about Home Depot, no.
I understand, sir. I'm just making a correlation here of an order or a charge. These are terms that we're using here in what you refer to as law in the legal world. Charges and whatnot. And these.
Oh my God, he's equating. Oh my God, he's equating order and charges as though like they're commercial terms, like placing an order. Charging $50 for salt at Home Depot. That's what he's doing right now. And so he thinks that the term order and the term charge in the criminal law world is equivocal to that of when you're at a Home Depot.
Commercial terms.
Yeah, see?
Charge a credit card, you charge an account. And this is what is going on in the courts. I was just wondering if you were familiar with it at all. And I was, again, I'm not trying to be a wise guy. It was a sincere question.
I really didn't understand how the correlation between charging a credit card and charging a person for a crime. There's two completely different things.
There's an account
Exactly.
set up for each of us at birth.
Oh God! And now he's talking about the secret birth certificate accounts, the redemption straw man thing. Yeah.
It's held in trust at the Treasury, and that's what all these charges. You can't charge a man. Technically, you can't charge a man. You can only charge an account. A man would stand accused, right? You would stand accused. A man can't be charged. It's a, and I just.
Again, the only way. Again, I have to ask this guy, how does this work if you're charged with murder? If they're saying that you're charged with murder, where these guys guys only say you can only the only laws that are in existence are those that cause injury, loss, or damage. But if you're charged with murder, what does the term charge no longer have the same sort of commercial meaning as it did for you getting a ticket? I doubt it. But they don't think about that. Of course they don't, because their entire ideology falls apart if you're charged with an actual crime, aka like Daryl Brooks. That's why I loved that Daryl Brooks' thing was showcased to everyone, because it showed how unbelievably stupid this sort of Sov-Sit ideology was. When he's claiming, where's the injured party? Dude, there's 64 injured parties. That's how it doesn't work.
I was just asking some questions, and I'm not trying to be a wise guy again.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, Mr. Hall, you have 7 warrants. You don't have a license, and you're on probation. So you've been arrested on every one of those instances, just so you're aware.
2 citations?
Just one says copy.
Okay.
Warrants are all for traffic. Felonious driving is the biggest one.
But I mean, why would there be 7 warrants?
7? Damn. Josh, really think of it, the $2. It wasn't me, it was the one straw man.
That's exactly correct. And you're also on probation for filing false documents.
Of course, I'm on probation for filing false documents. Why am I not surprised?
And also for some driving instances of felonious driving. So you're an absconder/fugitive from probation. Apparently you haven't met the terms of your requirements, so you're being charged with violation of probation. And that's all spelled out perfectly well in the complaint that I wrote.
Sir, with all due respect, that's what I said. I think there's an error in
Okay, well, I guess you'll see the judge and they can decide that. You are Mr. Hall, and you have these issues pending through the state of Florida.
I understand.
Your scooters with Mr.
Hey, Kojak.
All right, brother.
See, I'm unaware that there's warrants on my person regarding the matters that he's...
What's up, bro? 13?
God is the truth. Think of the 8 months. Honestly, if he does, that would be hilarious.
I'm sorry?
May I ask how long you've been a deputy? Just small talk, sir. I don't mean anything.
2 years, 11 months, and 23 days.
Damn. Yes, JT Davis. This is the same David Hall. Oh my God. Thank you, Dia, for the 18 months.
This paper is not gonna have this paper lists is the warrants that you've been given, but they weren't given by this deputy. This deputy just picked you up for it.
Of course, I understand.
Yeah.
But, up until now, I'm unaware of this, and nobody's making.
Well, he told you the charges. It was warrants for traffic, violation of probation because apparently you absconded from the probation program. And that's what your warrants are for.
Well, that's what's being alleged.
I understand. That's why you're gonna have your chance to go before a judge and explain it to him.
My name and my body are under private bonds, sir. They are private property. I know perhaps you think this is silliness or
It is silliness.
it is. I have indemnified the public and myself. So I am a little puzzled why the record isn't being respected. Sir, is the arresting officer's name on that?
Yeah. Step back. Oh, you took it off? All right. Well.
This is Broward County, Goddess. Broward County.
Stay next to the gentleman with the red shirt over there.
Cerebral tackle, thank you for $5. Jesus. Appreciate it.
Mr. Hall? Step on those. Step on those feet. I'm gonna check you again in front of them.
Please just call me sir instead of Mr. Hall.
It's your wish. Thank you.
Hey, Kojak, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate it, man.
I understand, but it's just protocol. You have to search everybody. Multiple times. And you understand if you have anything on you that you do not disclose or you have hidden, once inside the booking area, it's going to be an additional charge. So if there's anything that I don't know about or that you have hidden, you got to let us know now.
No, there really isn't.
Is this it?
For a little bit. Turn towards me. Take your hair tied off. Take your shoes off as well. And you can send.
Irish Double, you could probably find
You can show me 97.
that video on AMC's Court Cam.
Just for a second, I want to tie this so it's not.
Alright, go.
I like how the inside of this intake looks like it could be the line for an amusement park ride at like Six Flags, you know? That's the vibe I'm getting out of this.
Thank you.
Except instead of a amusement park ride, it's Dale.
Yep.
Put 94006 right here, but you forgot to put the case numbers.
I'm sorry?
So the ones that's highlighted, put it right here. Alright, and we need a notary. Somebody to notarize.
Oh, I didn't get a notarized. Ready to take the handcuffs off?
Yeah. And tobacco.
Don't walk behind me, man. Don't walk behind me, man. Don't walk behind me. Okay. Over there.
This fan right there. Yeah. You guys slide down this way. Slide down. Right there. Stand right there. Put your back on the thing.
I think I'm off on. Thank you, Mr. Hall.
Yeah, I'm getting Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey. All right. That's all right. That was all right. We're done. There are actually a couple of videos that I also wanted to show, but we just got sidetracked by David Hall making a new appearance, so we're gonna end it here. I want to switch to my gaming channel. All right. Saturday we'll get caught up on those other videos. Okay, I promise. So tomorrow, but I want to switch to my gaming channel, and open up Jedi Survivor, on the other channel. So I want to thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of you joining in. Over 500 people came here. I know Brad's saying no. I know. I'm sorry. It's just I gotta play. It's gonna be on YouTube, Jassa. I'll be on YouTube on my gaming channel. Checking out some Jedi Survivor. But I want to thank you guys as always. And I appreciate all of your support. Appreciate all the tips. We don't. I know y'all don't do gaming, but I have to try. I have to play. I gotta get it. I gotta get my hours in. All right. Thank you guys as always. You guys have a good one and take care. Have a good night.